Wait, baby. What? What? Wait, baby. Wait. Hey, man, this your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. Hey, this Nate Logic, baby. Wait, baby. Hey, look here, man. I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sitting here, man, with with the Pines Mall owner.
It's soon to be.
The soon to be Pines Mall owner. Hey, man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, I'm so excited about us having this conversation and tapping in. So I want to thank everybody for pulling up on me, man. I'm grateful for y'all taking a moment to pull up on me. I'm grateful for y'all to tap in and tune in with us at Nate Logic, baby. Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. We got some real conversation going on tonight, and I know a lot of people was nervous and wondering how this whole thing was going to play out. But we here. we here.
We here, dog. We here.
Me and my boy Tucker, Big Tuck, baby.
I ain't big compared to you, Nate. Come on,
okay,
dog.
okay.
I'm Little Tuck. I'm the smallest dude in the room, man.
Little Tuck. We're going to call you Little Tuck. Look, hey, because you come on the Nate Logic show, you got – hey, man, listen. When I build a relationship with you, when you my dog, I got to give you a name now.
Oh, well, we'll go with Big Tuck. Don't stick with the Little Tuck there.
Don't. I mean, we're going to go with Big Tuck.
All right, that sounds good.
Big Bank Tuck.
Hey, it'll work. It'll work for
me. I mean, ain't nobody cashing out $12 million. Ain't no Little Tuck motherfucker around here cashing out $12 million.
Touche.
So you got to be something. I mean, come on. If you got $12 million, you need to start acting like it.
Your network is your network.
Talk about, hey, you been reading my page?
No, that's just what.
That's just what it is, ain't it?
That's just what it is.
Your network is your net worth.
Yep.
So, hey,
that's how I did this, bro.
Networking.
That's it. You think I saved up my pennies to bought them all, homie? Hell no. Hell no.
So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna cut straight to it. We're gonna get to that.
What's up?
Before we put the meat on the sandwich, we gotta put a little Miracle Whip on this thing. So let's start off. Dog, where you from?
Well, I went to school in Star City. And my whole time in Star City, I always hung out in Pine Bluff. Mm-hmm. That was our stomping ground, so to speak. My daddy lived over there on Rose Street, so that was where I was at a lot of the times. What? Oh.
Okay, good. You good.
Okay, no problem. So anyway, yeah. So I graduated 2011 in Star City, and I've always lived right outside of Pine Bluff, except for a short time I lived with my dad over there on Rose Street, and then I traveled for a while, and then I came home, and I guess I hope that answers your question properly.
So you traveled what year did you graduate from Star City?
2011.
Oh, so you fresh out of high school.
Everybody keeps saying
you
that.
12 years old.
Damn, I would have had to do the math in my head, I ain't gonna lie.
I would have had to write it down.
You did?
I would have had to write it down. But, hey, listen, man. People are looking at this whole situation like, what? Some are on one side of the fence, some are on the other. Yeah. Some are saying you can't spend this man's pocket, but you just said something that resonates with me. Your network is your net worth.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who you know, and vice versa. So, but what we can all do, what we all do, is tend to think about who we know, mm-hmm. and we say, okay, well, if I don't know them, or if I hadn't had this luck, or if I hadn't seen it done this way, then it must not be possible. So we tend to think along the lines of what we're familiar with. Mm. So if you've never seen it done, then when you see somebody do it, it's like, what?
I feel that.
So what you're doing is painting outside of the lines.
I'm outside the box.
That's what everybody. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's what scares everybody. You're outside of the lines here.
Well, it might scare people, but at the end of the day, I don't want nothing from nobody. So if I'm not going. I will never ask the community to come out of pocket anything. I either win or fail on my own accord, homie. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Like mm-hmm. I'm either gonna make or break, and I'm gonna make sure it's on me at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I've had multiple people come to me offer me money to help. One of them was at the event. One of them, the dude walked up to me, offered me grant money, and I told him in front of everybody. I said, brother, if you got that kind of money to throw around, because he asked me, he said, what you need to rebuild this thing? I said, bro, if you got that kind of money to throw around, you got money to help the community. Give that money to these business owners out here that need it.
Wouldn't somebody say the same to you? If you got $12 million to rebuild the mall, wouldn't you throw that same $12 million, $5 million, $2 million into the city?
Well, it is. This is in the city. This right here is the beginning of something great, brother. Because we're not only bringing back a light, that you know, this is a place where people have beautiful memories. This is a place where I know I saw my first movie there. I got to see Santa Claus first time there.
So, oh man, that's beautiful. Santa Claus, I remember that. The first movie. Which theater did you see it?
It was the 8, and it was Jurassic Park.
Wow. So that had to be early 90s almost?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was little.
Yeah.
I was born in 93, so I'm not going to say exactly what year exactly because I'm not 100 on that.
Right,
But
right.
I you know, it's something like that, yeah.
What about, cause so you're born in 93, first movie was in the back, cause there used to be a movie theater in the front by.
I've never been to that theater.
Yeah, it was a movie theater in the front. It was by Garfield's, I believe.
Yep, and
It may have been more than one movie theater more than one restaurant by Garfield's, but right there, when you first come in, it was a movie theater right next door to Garfield's.
And until exploring it destroyed, I'd heard about it, but I'd never been in there.
So you've been all over the mall so far.
As far as I know, but I'll be honest with you, bro. Every time I go in there, I find new rooms. Because there are rooms in there where the door was removed and walled off, and you can see it's like nobody ever used it. It was being prepped for something, and it never got used, or it was used and then quarantined for some reason. So I don't know what that's all about, but yeah.
So did you have to have some type of going in there? It's almost trespassing if you're in there without any type of.
Well, I had permission from
Okay.
Vu.
Okay.
Vu, like I told at first she wasn't really vibing with me going in because I was a potential buyer. And I told her, I said, me and my partners have to see the inside of this if we're going to take on this project. And at first she wasn't cool with it, but then, you know, I got to chopping it up with her and everything. And I said, Miss Vu, I don't care what it looked like in there. I know there was a fire. I know all this, that, and another. Like, it doesn't matter to me how much damage is done. I just need to see the inside.
Right. You want to see the inside before you get to, you know.
It was way worse than what I thought it would be.
It's almost to the point you have to tear it down. Am I correct?
All but the outside walls. We have to, I mean, I don't know if you technically would say bulldoze the inside, but that's the best way I can picture it in my head. You know, we have to take everything down to the studs.
Wow.
It's bad. There's black mold in there, bro.
So you almost got to. Let me ask you a question. There's a famous chair in there. Is it still in there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want you to see.
Is it the Santa chair?
Nah. It's like a couch. It's a famous couch. I want to know if that couch is in there. My friend has a barber shop. I want to put it in his barber shop. Shout out Sporty.
Oh.
Favorite Cowboys fans in the world.
There is a couch in there.
We need to get that couch.
I don't know if it's your couch, but it's a couch, and I'm not.
Is it like tan
I'm
color?
not emotionally attached to anything. But
We
the
are
fish.
the city is emotionally attached to this couch, and we
Dude,
need
I
it.
didn't even know there was
It's
a couch.
going into Sporty's barbershop.
well-
Freshly faded, we found your couch.
Okay, if you
Somebody
want the couch,
tag my boy Sporty.
If you want
We
the couch.
found his couch.
you can have the couch.
Hey man, it's for any Colts fan. He's a big Indianapolis Colts fan.
What's it look like?
I got a picture.
Okay.
It's going in my boy Sporty shop. He has a beautiful barber shop.
That's the last thing I would have ever imagined you asked me about a couch.
Dog, this couch means everything to Sporty, man. It was at one point his profile picture.
Are you shitting me?
Dog, we gonna get it cleaned. We gonna get it put back in Sporty shop. It's going in my boy shop.
Well, I highly doubt people took the couch because
I
there's
hope
a
not.
boatload of furniture in there.
I don't know what she was thinking, man. I don't know what she was thinking. So initial meeting with Vu. Tell me about that.
So it's been over phone thus far. I don't know if I've ever met her in person. I haven't met her since this deal. It's all been over the phone. I know that at one point she was going to fly down or drive down because her business not I don't know if you business partner, because there's 3 people that own the mall. It's Vu, some guy, and I believe her son is his name.
I think it's her husband, her son.
James and John Vu.
Yeah, I believe both of those. One is her husband, and I'm not sure, but I put my lunch money on it. One is her husband, and one is her son.
Okay, that makes sense.
So she represents all 3 parties in being the owner of the mall.
Yeah, that's why whenever she told me her name was Judy, and then I seen the contract when I went to sign it, I was like, where the hell is Judy? And her name, I can't even say her name.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. I don't want to disrespect the lady. I don't know how to say it.
I can pronounce it. It's Thai Thin Boo. Thai Thin Boo.
Thai Thin.
Thai Thin Boo. Boo, I'm not a fan. I'm not her favorite person anyway.
Understandable.
It is what it is. So Tucker, let me ask you a question, man. I want to jump back onto something. Star City. Mm-hmm. Did you play ball out there?
Dude, I tried, but I'll be honest, bro. You gonna laugh. I was the water boy.
What's wrong with that?
Man, hey, I was the only water boy that put ice in the cooler and kept the gym clean, though. I was proud of my little job.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I tried for...
That says a lot about you, because a lot of people don't have that gumption to do that type of work, the grunt work. So that tells me even more how we got here.
I love service, dude. I like
baby.
I serve, man. I'm a servant of the people.
You got a servant's heart.
Yeah, man. I got all them dudes out there. They work hard to go out there and do everything. And the way I saw it is, I'm not good at sports. I'm not capable of walking into that arena and competing, but I can serve them in a way that they ain't been served before. And it brought me joy to seeing the coaches, they get a cold water, or the football players, they get a cold water, and that's something they never got. To me, it made me happy.
So I like what you said there. You get a joy out of service.
Yeah.
So that kind of ties us back into what you're seeing in this mall.
Yeah, man. There's no greater purpose in this life than service to
what
others.
What good are we if we aren't servants?
Exactly.
That's what we're here to do, serve each other, right?
Yes, sir.
In truth and right and wrong, at the end of the day, it's all about being able to serve each other.
Yes, sir.
And I think a lot of times, man, we forget that. I can commend you for being a servant, having a servant's heart.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. I think that's huge, man. I'm excited about what you're doing and what you're going to do. I believe in you. I believe that there's a lot of challenge. A lot of people don't believe it.
That's okay, bro. Here's the thing, man. Watch my feet, not my mouth. This project is bigger than anything I ever thought I'd be capable of taking on. And I can't take it on by myself.
Well, look, you haven't taken it on by yourself.
You're right.
Key things you said. You said, you have your network is your net worth. So I believe you have an extensive network. Tell me about this network.
Oh, man, believe it or not, my
network. Is it the cartel?
No.
Is it the cartel?
No.
Have you been watching Ozark?
I love Ozark. But no, it is not.
Do I need to? Is this do I need to watch myself when I walk out of here?
No,
because I'm on to something here.
No, you're good, dog.
So your network where you've learned how to get all these. I want to go back to something. I'm sorry.
You good?
It's not the cartel.
No.
So my idea, because this is the assumption that I had.
Do you seriously thought it was cartel?
I said this got the cartel.
Do I look cool enough to be cartel?
Hey, man, the cartel don't care about nothing. They don't care about what you look like. I want to know 2 things. Could I get on the side of the cartel, but like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the cartel? I just want to know these things.
I appreciate you asking. But
so it's not the cartel.
I ain't that cool.
Okay,
dog.
All right. Let me put my pistol up there. I'm gonna have to shoot myself out of here.
I knew you had that motherfucker out for a reason.
Hey, man. I 1 thing for sure, 2 things for sure. I'm gonna live to tell the story.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna live to tell the story. So let me ask you one more question, man. We got a couple more. This network that you have, they really believe in this mall?
Yes, sir. Because they believe in me.
And so your network believes in you. So this is more possibly like, it's not the cartel, it's more like a hedge fund group, or?
I guess you would say something on that. These are people who come together to make very large real estate deals happen. And I was lucky enough to be connected to them, literally through falling on my face, bro. Like, I've tried so hard to pull off other projects. I've never had one that I was as confident about as this one, but I've tried to do things in the past, and through the process of going up and down, like, people saw my heart, and they saw, hey, this dude's real. Like, and if we give him a chance, he can really make a difference somewhere. And then whenever I brought him to mall, dude, I brought him to mall on a whim. I told him straight up. I said, this is a shot in the dark. Like, I don't know if this is something we could pull off. I mean, like, I'll be real with you. It's going to take a lot of money and a lot of work. And when I called them, they took a look at it, and they said, let's do it. Because I shared with them my education dream. You know, my dream of designing a way to get people into a school that teaches people how to rebuild their own community.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like doing that you're reinventing a wheel? Do you feel like there are people already in the community doing that? What if you could have took that same $12 million, half that investment, and poured that into the community already?
Well, I could do that, or I could take that and rebuild the mall and bring in a lot more money, a lot more resources, and then help them and rebuild one of the most important and iconic places in Pine Bluff. And if I would have came to them people and I said, hey, you know, I think we should take, like you said, half. We should take $6 million, dump it into this. They wouldn't have done it because it's not a real estate transaction. You know, my team and the people I'm connected to, these are real estate people. And at the end of the day, that mall, bro, bringing that thing back, it brings hope to the community. It gives people something to do. And you need three things to make a community thrive. People need something to do, they need resources, and they need guidance. And we're going to provide all three of them things.
Okay, so you have an investment group.
Yeah.
And this group, is this their first investment?
No, sir.
Can you give me some examples of the investments this group has before?
They've done housing projects in Florida. I know that they have helped build a hospital, I believe was in Texas or something of that nature. I don't know all of the deals that they've done, but they have years of experience behind it. And then if you combine everybody that's on my team, like for example, one of the people on my team is a lady named Mandy, and she owns an entire resort in Tennessee called Dragon City. And she, you know, she's done lots of real estate. And then John's built so much stuff, man. I wouldn't even know where to start with him.
So this investment, those are the only two that you can tell us about?
Those are my partners. Yeah, they're the only ones I'm under. I have a non-disclosure agreement with the company, but that, yeah, I mean,
Goes back to the cartel.
it's not the cartel, damn it. If it was, I'd be the one shot probably when I walked out of here.
Now I'm nervous. This is a private investment group,
Yeah,
and they don't want to disclose any information.
yeah.
You only have two partners that you can disclose.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. That's as deep as I can go with it, really. I mean, these are people that put the right people in the right room at the right time to make the right deals happen, and I'm the right man.
What experience do you have that makes them comfortable with trusting you?
Because they have several years of experience with me, and they see my passion, and they see that they see my ideas. Like, I have extensive I've notebooks on notebooks on notebooks of business plans and concepts that if I only had the money to pull off would make a real difference in the world. And whenever I explain to them this project, it just makes sense.
It makes business sense?
It makes business sense in the long haul.
So let's say, okay, $12 million building for the building, right? I'd say probably about 50 to 60 million.
You're a very smart man.
50 to 60 million to rebuild.
Yeah, originally, this shows you how little I know about renovation. When I walked through it, I was like, bro, I think we might be able to do this for $25-30 million. And then my contractor walked through it on Saturday, the one that's heading the project, And he was like, bro, you 50 million at least.
So we're looking at around 70 million.
So, probably.
About 70 million.
Which is going to extend my timeline. You know, I really, if
Are you good?
if everything goes to plan, I'm hoping I can do this in a 2-year time frame.
Mm-hmm. So you saying about 70 million?
Yeah.
When are your that's a pretty unique investment then. So you're saying your investors are putting up $70 million in cash, and you're expecting. Are they just dumping cash?
No. So it's going to be in sections, in chunks. So you've got the purchase price, and then every several months that comes through, you've got a certain amount of money that gets put towards the project. And it's in sections. I mean, obviously nobody's just going to walk up with a briefcase, and they're not giving me the money in my pocket.
Right.
Like they manage the money, and I come to them, well, it'll technically be my contractors that come to them and they say, okay, this is what we need, blah 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 blah, and then they do it.
So you got the purchase for $12 million,
and I'm sure you want to know why it's 12 and not.
Well, no, because it's about the right ballpark.
But there's a reason it's 12. I had to outbid somebody.
Who did you have to outbid?
I don't know exactly. Nor do I know if that's 100% true. I don't know if it was just a game that they were playing to get more money. I don't know. But originally it was 7.9. We needed 3 months to pull off the deal, and so we were like, look, we'll give you 10 if you'll just hold it for this amount of time. And then we got a phone call saying, oh, there's other buyers before the contract had been signed. And we was like, look, we'll give you 12 if you just work with us. All right, give us the time to do what we need to do. And she was like, okay, cool. So that's how it got there.
I'm wondering. So your contractor's going to do a drawdown once they do the purchase of $12 million. Then your contractor starts doing a drawdown. When are you looking for this to be open and ready for people to start?
If all goes well, about 2.5 years. So I tell people, you know, in my videos and stuff, I'm like, you know, I want to do it in a year, but want and reality are two different things. Right. Now we'll say this: my plan, if they'll let me, is to have crews working 24/7. So there's 3 shifts. You know, it's not the same people working 24/7, right, but we got 3 shifts with 3 different crews. So day and night we'll be working on it.
That's going to be tight because, you know, contractors are hard to come across right now.
Not with my network. And plus, like, look at what the community's doing to support this. There's so many tradesmen in the community that need an opportunity. I get people calling me all the time saying, I'm a painter, I'm a contractor, you know, I can build all these different things. And these people need a chance. They need something. And
are you concerned with these people? Are you checking their credentials to ensure that these people legit?
That will happen, but that happens down the road whenever it's time to start lining people up for that. But as of right now, I'm just taking down names, taking down numbers, and I'm letting people know we want to hire as many people in the community as possible. Because Lord knows they need some money in their pocket.
Man, I love the idea. I think it's a beautiful dream, and I think it could do some wonderful things. One thing I've heard you consistently say in both public and private is you've gave a lot of outs.
A what?
Outs, meaning that, hey, if it doesn't work, I tried. These things are a bit concerning because from an investor, I'm an investor as well. So when I say I'm an investor, we have projects and things that we've invested in, and I don't want to hear out. So if I'm an investor, let's say I got $7 million, I want to put up on this $70 million, right? What would concern me is the out, meaning that you're saying if it don't work, oh well. We talking about $7 million. I ain't no oh well.
Well, you're right, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is my butt on the line, not the communities.
So that's why it's the cartel. Because when you say it's your butt on the line,
damn it, you always back to this cartel. No,
because here's what I'm saying.
I'm not cartel.
You're going to tell somebody, hey, it's my butt on the line. What skin in the game do you personally have to lose?
Look at my reputation, bro. This is my home. I'm putting my name on this. My face is on this. If I fail, I can't even live in my own community. What you mean? What I got in the game, dog?
Yeah.
This is serious. This ain't no game.
Mm.
We in the bluff. Let's be real. If I fail these people, I'm in some serious trouble.
Like what?
Dude, I get death threats every day. Are you
What?
serious? Are you serious,
Man,
dog?
it ain't even that serious now.
It may not be, but it is to the people. Bro,
They-
I change my routes every day. I don't even sleep in my own bed anymore. Bro, you don't understand how much what people have said to me. That like I've gotten phone calls, bro. And dude, I keep security on me everywhere I go. And it ain't not being scared, it's being smart, bro. You don't
Right.
realize how far this is going, bro.
Right, I understand.
Like I'm putting everything on the line to make this thing happen.
Right, right. And you know what? People got to appreciate that. They really got to appreciate that. I personally can appreciate the risk that you're taking for this to happen. I think it's a beautiful opportunity for not only you, but for the community. So I'm concerned with, listen, I'm going to say this. Hope is a currency that we don't have that much of.
It's finite.
You know, and when you don't have that much hope already, some of our kids are already in despair. Our community is in despair. And so what happens, somebody comes in, sells us his big dream, and then poof, it's all gone away, and we back on our face.
And that's what I'm working to prevent.
So for me, a lot of people be like, well, Nate, why do you care so much? Because it's my city.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just looking at this from, hey, I don't want you selling me and selling my city these hoop dreams that's just not real.
I feel that. And you know what, Nate? If I was in your shoes, I'd do the same.
So have you personally had any experiences with investing?
Yes. Now, my investments are of a different caliber. Obviously, they are not that high. You know, I have extensive investments in the crypto area, in trading platforms and stuff like that. And it's another reason that if you look on my page, I quit promoting my side gigs while all this is going on, because the last thing I want people to do is think that I'm using this attention to promote all that.
Mm-hmm. Crypto is a big hustle.
Yes.
I'm not going to say it's a hustle. I'm going to say it's because it's made some real billionaires. Are any of your investors in the crypto world?
They are, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can honestly say that, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's some of your favorite coins out there in crypto?
Well, I like Bitcoin and I like USDT. That's my two ones. I like USDT because it stays at $1, and I like Bitcoin because it's strong. And I ain't got to worry about it going nowhere.
Well, if it did drop now.
It does.
When
but
did you first get into Bitcoin?
Ooh, I think it's about 7 years ago, something like that. And here's the thing is I don't trade. That's where people
You just
get-
buy and hold.
No, that's trading.
Buying and holding is trading?
It's a form of it because at some point you're going to sell it for a profit. So it's buying low, selling high. I don't do that. I hold my crypto in certain accounts where people are trading and they pay me profits for using my crypto. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how I retired. I'm 30 years old. I ain't got to work.
So you're saying you don't buy and hold, and then you let people just trade your crypto?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you only using USDT and Bitcoin. You got it. So if you got in Bitcoin about 6-7 years ago, you got a nice little penny.
Something like that.
Now it's come. Maybe it ain't the cartel. Maybe it's not the cartel. Let me ask you a question, man. Just give us a little Bitcoin advice real quick.
Well,
What should people be looking out for in the crypto world right now?
okay, so there's a few things. One, there is a halving coming up, and don't ask me to define that. I don't 100% understand how it goes about, but I know what it does. So there's a halving coming up in 2024, which is going to cause the price of Bitcoin to go up by about 3 times what it is now. And if you look at every halving that's ever happened in Bitcoin, it always happens that way. It drops and then it skyrockets up, and that's how it always goes. So statistically speaking, if you look at the past and you use that to predict the future, in 2024 to 2025, you don't be surprised if Bitcoin don't hit 80 to 100 grand. Now, I'm no financial advisor. Let me put that out there right now. All right, I don't know everything, you know, but I'll say that I would highly advise having some, at least have some. Even if you can only put away $100,000 or $100 or $1,000, whatever. Just,
Go get you some.
yeah.
So, what backs Bitcoin? What backs Bitcoin?
The usage and the people. It's the only currency on the planet that's backed by the people that use it. You know, the U.S. dollar goes down in value every year for this reason. It's backed by gold, and there ain't enough gold to back it. So the banks, the economy goes down, and it costs you more to live. So the banks get to have you come in there and take out loans. Well, when you go to a bank and you take out a big loan, they don't pull money out the bank. They send an order to have it printed, and then they drop the dollar every time they do that. So the U.S. dollar is not sustainable. I mean, I would be shocked if it's around after 2053.
Yeah, a lot of people say that it is down. Let me ask you a question. So, what do you think about TikTok?
I like TikTok, but it's too hard for me to. It takes too much work, and I had to stop looking at it because it took up all my time because it's good at what it does.
Do you got have you ever had one?
Yeah, dude, I got one.
So
it ain't shit, but I got one.
Did you do a lot of acting? What was good? Because we seen some videos now.
Yeah, man, I know one that people were demonizing me about because I was in a bad place. You know, I got to a point where I lost everything, man.
Recently?
No, this is like a year or something ago, something like that. I'm not sure, but like I had interviewed Mama June, you know, from good Lord, what is that show? Is dang it, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but
I know what you're talking about.
what's her name? What's Mama June off of shit.
I know what you're talking
What's that
about
show
though.
about the little girl?
My pageants or whatever, the pageant shows.
She was on that, but that's how she got famous. Little Boo Boo,
Little Boo Boo, yeah,
Honey Boo Boo.
yeah.
I interviewed
Her mama.
Yeah, and they heard me at one point slip up in there, and like, cause somebody, you know, you can give gifts on TikTok,
Right.
And I had never gotten a big gift before, and I was on live with them, and somebody sent me a gift for like, and it cashes out like $20. And at one point in the video, I was like, hell yeah, man, I'm gonna use that to go get groceries. And then we got off camera, wasn't no big deal. And then they called me back, or they got back up there, and they said, bro, did you say something about needing groceries? I was like, yeah, but I'm good, dog, and I'll be all right. And they was like, no, seriously, like, don't front with us. And I got real with them.
Caught you in a bad spot. We all done fell on.
They caught me in a vulnerable spot. Like, and you know, like I ended up getting like $120 or $150. I don't even know how much it was, to be honest. Like, but that got me back on my feet, and it wasn't a handout; it was a hand up.
Hey man, we all need it.
I do, yeah. Like, no matter who you are, bro, no matter where you've been, you should never be embarrassed if you get to a point where you struggling so bad you need a hand up.
And around that time, I believe Bitcoin was doing a little bad.
I mean, and I didn't have much money in it at that time. I lost everything in my
Bitcoin
investment.
around that time. Bitcoin dropped. It was around. So I remember Bitcoin. I got some friends.
It went down to like what, 16, 17 grand, something like that. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was nasty.
But
it went from like
lost.
30, 40 to 16, 17. So yeah.
Dude, I lost everything. I started over from nothing.
Wow.
And that day, them blessing me like that, dog, that's one of the reasons that I'm so devoted to being able to bless people whenever I get to that point, like when we open the mall. It's one of the reasons that I want to give back, because I know what it's like to be alone with no help, with nothing. And then that one person hears you at the right time and comes along and goes, hey, man, this ain't a handout.
It's a hand up.
This a hand up.
Oh, wait, baby. Hey, this your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. This Nate Logic, man. Hey, I need y'all right here, right now. I need y'all to share this, man. Hey, if I need a hand up, so y'all share this so I can get me a hand up real quick. So, Tucker, man, I love what you're saying. This is a hand up. And I want to go back to the actual investment part of it. Mm-hmm. So, your investors finna pour in $70 million. Mm-hmm. Man, that's a lot.
It is. It's a big risk.
So is the cartel from Medellin or which
You ain't gonna give up on that,
which
are
part
you?
of, I just want to know which part they from.
Dude, I ain't cartel, homie. I'm not that cool. I'm not that cool.
And I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. I believe we got to laugh about this thing. So let me ask you a question. $70 million. What stores do you think are going to come into the mall?
Okay, so I know for a fact we're having what's it called, Bath and Body. Was it? Bath and Body Works, and the reason I know that is because that is the number one thing the community has asked for.
Because I need them coupons.
What?
The Bath and Body Works, I get them coupons.
What is that something they do?
Yeah, if you ain't, hey man, look here, Bath and Body Works, man, just bring that back.
What? It's coming back.
You already talked to them?
I don't know who I need to talk to, but I'm going to make it come back.
Bath and Body Works, hey, this your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. Bath and Body Works, we out way. We need y'all to come back in the mall.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get them.
We
back
got
because
them.
Everybody's asking for it. Everybody.
Okay,
So we're
we
doing
got
that.
them.
I know I'm bringing the movie theater back. And
Steve Mays, Sarah seen movies. Steve Mays.
Yeah.
Hey, we getting you back in the mall, baby.
Oh, he already know. He came. He was one of the first people that came.
One of the
to me.
first.
Yeah, he came to me and he was like, told me what had happened to him, and he was like, I just want my theater back. I said, bro, what's right?
How did he say it? Did he say, I just want my theater back like that?
No, he didn't say it like that. He told me what the story about what happened to him.
Shout out Steve. Steve, I'm gonna tell you something. Steve, one of my best friends, grew up with him. So,
But he's a genuine dude, and his wife.
he alright.
No, that dude's wife made the best damn tacos
She does.
I ever seen.
She does. Shout out Rick's Boys Tacos. Rick's Boys Tacos. Shout out my brother, man. Hey, so once you get this mall up and running, we got Bath and Body Works, we got Saracen. What other stores we going? Can we get a Polo in there?
I don't know. We might. I mean, that's the thing is we still on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten so many ideas from the community, and obviously I have limited space. So I want to bring back the major stores that they want. I just need to figure out what the majority wants.
So let me ask you a question. With these stores malls are dying. Outlet malls, these things are coming in. Just malls are dying. Are there any any other market studies that say this might be a good investment?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's something you could go on Google and just find, but the way that I've designed this system, it's not going to function like a normal mall. It's going to be closer to the Mall of America, just without the roller coasters. You know, it's going to be more of an amusement, entertainment thing, and the shops are just part of that.
Mm-hmm. Have you had any communication with Dillard's? Because you don't own all parts of the mall, right?
Yeah, I don't own all of it.
You don't own the Walmart. You don't own the Dillard's. You don't own the Sears.
Mm-mm.
Have you had any communications with those owners?
I have not, but I did get informed something that I did not know about Dillard's. I was told that is not, and if you're listening to this, whoever runs it, I'm not being disrespectful. This is what I heard through the grapevine, that they bring in only their discounted items to sell at this one, and that it's not a real Dillard's anymore. So I'm gonna talk to them about bringing quality back, and then I'm gonna work with. I believe the city owns the Walmart. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I want to buy that from them as well. And what I'm aiming to turn it into, if they will sell it to me, is a area where you can take your kids, and it's just going to be a giant play area, but they're going to have people that are with them. So when they go in there, you get a wristband, your child gets a wristband, and they match each other. And then the person that is with your kid gets the same wristband. And then whenever you come to pick your kid up, that person that stayed with your kid the whole time meets with you, and all three wristbands get scanned. And that's so your kids stay safe.
Okay, I think that's a beautiful thing, man. I think that's going to be something good. You were mentioning, I'm curious, have you had any communication with any other businesses, major businesses in Pine Bluff? Like, if you're spending $70 million in a community, right? Mm-hmm. $70 million in a community, I would want to know if you were communicating with Saracen. That's right next door.
I'm trying. Mm-hmm. I believe that they will begin communications with me officially whenever we close on the deal. Mm-hmm. But I have not yet got to speak. I don't even know who owns that thing. Like I don't know if it's a group of people or what, but I am working on that. And I did speak to one of the head guys over there. I believe he was one of the head managers or head of security, something like that. And I told him to inform whoever's in charge that we don't plan on competing on any level. Like I'm not gonna sell alcohol,
Right?
And, I'm not gonna have, I don't want to compete with anybody.
Right. Hey, what about the hotels over there?
The hotel actually pays rent to us. Yeah, they're on our property.
Okay, so all the hotels
No, just the hotel that's next to the mall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they pay rent. Okay,
And I'm not gonna up their rent. I'm not gonna do anything like that. I guess it's their business. I ain't gonna say what they pay a month, but I don't know if they'd be cool with that.
so you already got one tenant.
Huh?
You already got one tenant with the hotel then.
One tenant. Oh yeah. Well, the hotel pays rent to us. Red Lobster pays rent to us. KFC pays rent to us, and so does Wendy's.
Oh, so they're all those are on the same parcel number as the mall.
Yes, sir.
And they just or the mall owns all those. Okay.
No. We don't own.
You
them.
don't own them. You own.
They own our road, and
Right.
in turn, it is Pines Mall Drive, and in turn, they pay rent for being there.
Okay, man. I dig that. So, on average, how many different stores are you looking to have in here?
Man, people keep asking me this, and I wish I had a straight up answer. As many as I can, bro. That's the best answer I can give you. I'll be real with you, bro. Every time I walk through that thing and try and count the stores, I end up losing count and getting lost. I don't know how many stores are in there completely, but as many as I possibly can because.
I mean, if you might gonna have to have a lot in there to recoup that $70 million.
Well, yeah, but
if they got you selling the indie,
most of our money ain't gonna come from that though.
What are you expecting it to come from?
We're putting on events every single month.
What type?
We're talking everything from business and motivation to rappers to we're talking big events.
I'm sorry. I thought you said rappers. What about Southern Soul artists?
I know that I'm talking to the group downtown at RJ's. I want to have them come down. I want to have local artists come down, things of that nature. So we're going to be working a lot with that, and plus the marketing that we're going to be doing on this is going to bring people from all over the country. This ain't just locals that are going to be coming.
This it.
Oh, this is it. We're going to do it, bro. I know nobody believes me, but by the time I'm done, Pine Bluff going to be a metropolis.
Win, baby.
Like, look, bro, we are fixing to dump into the community with things that nobody's ever seen before.
$70 million is something ain't nobody seen before.
There you go, and that's just the beginning.
Dog, can I be? I want to get like a little. I want to put me a bid in for like a little room or something.
Well, I've already told you.
Huh? The security dog.
Well, you do.
Ah!
Well, you do know I have a private security detail. So.
Oh, I'm not going to be no parts of security. In all situations, Tucker, I'm going to always be the person that lives to tell the story.
I appreciate that.
I'm not going to be good for your security.
Well, I'll tell you this. After seeing this and vibing with you and seeing what kind of person you are in person, I'd love for you to come out there because we are going to have a studio in there.
Man, we can come out there and do it. We can do the 870 show out there. We can do what's your platform? Off GP up there. We can do. Hey, we got some people who can come out there and do some stuff. Vocal Buddy Entertainment. This your boy Iceman Buddy. We got that.
Brooklyn's Lemonade for the food cafe.
We got Brooklyn's Lemonade.
Brooklyn's Lemonade, huh?
My daughter was selling lemonade.
Oh, that was you. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? It was you, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all lemonade fire. Yeah, did she do good? Yes. Good.
See?
You know what? This man right here is an example of what we need in our community. He's teaching the youth. And that was what this whole thing is about. We're going to be, what he is teaching his daughter is what we're going to be teaching people in our class, in our school,
right.
In there.
Right.
That's what the youth needs.
So let me ask you a question. There are a couple of different cartels. I want to know.
You gonna get me shot, and I ain't even in the cartel.
I want to know which one it is. I'm sorry. I'm curious. Because they made you sign an NDA, and now I got questions about these people who's got you signing these NDAs. What is it? Is it non-disclosure agreement? So you can't tell us anything about the investors. You can't, only the two that you gave us. You can't tell us any few past investments that this investment group has made.
It's not my. When it comes to that, like for that specifically, I've got projects that my business partners have worked on, and I know projects that the ones I named earlier are other projects that this group has helped with. But other than that, that's the extent of my knowledge with them. They're very secretive about what they do, and it's for a reason. Everything they do is legal. Like they ain't doing nothing under the table.
Right.
But these are people that are invite only. You know what I mean? You don't walk into their office and say, "Hey, I want some money."
Right.
Yeah, it don't work like that.
But they seen you and took a liking to you and said, "Hey, we believe in him."
And really, that's a third party thing.
Right.
They took a liking to my business partner, and then in turn, because I'm connected to him, I got connected to them.
Okay, I can dig that. Man, I'm excited about what you're doing, man. I think a lot of people have their own reservations, but
That's okay.
Like you've said before in the past, believe what you choose to believe. Our responsibility is to get the real information out there. I feel comfortable with the information that we've got, the conversation that we've had. It's not going to cost Big Nate anything. I liken it to.
I hope your following grows because of this, bro. That was one of the reasons that I agreed to come on this show, because I had so many people calling me and saying, "Man, don't get on his show, dude. This dude ain't nothing but a hater, blase, blase." Bro, I'll be honest with you. I saw one or two posts that you put on Facebook, and literally it was 15 minutes before seeing you. I put a comment on your Facebook, and I was like, "Bro, you are wrong." And one day, whenever you learn that, I hope we get to sit down and break bread. I hope we can sit down dinner, because you obviously have a passion for your city, and I can get some ideas from you. And then I walk in the door, and what do I see but Big Nate? You know what I mean? Like, and you saw me. I didn't even know who you was at first.
Well, I'm pretty loved, and so somebody said, "Hey, you were here." And before we go, I want to, because I have done my research. I've done a little due diligence. And one thing that I always had an understanding, not understanding, but a thirst to know more about, because I seen that you spoke about having autism before.
No, not before. I do. It's very hard to tell that I'm autistic, but I have a form of autism called Asperger's. Mm-hmm. It's a neurological abnormality that hinders my natural abilities to understand certain social cues and emotion responses. Elon Musk has Asperger's. What's his name? Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory has Asperger's. Right. And you see, it took years of training. Bro, I used to not be able to shop for my own clothes. I didn't go out and buy my first outfit until several years ago. Like by myself, because I go into Walmart and have panic attacks. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to tell I'm autistic until it's obvious.
So another thing that I done during my due diligence was selling vacuum cleaners.
But you did that?
No.
Oh, you found that. I was like, damn, you did it too?
No, I didn't do it. I'm not selling vacuum. I will tell you, somebody sold my mom one, and I called them like, "Bro, come get this mess."
You a callback, bro? Damn.
Yes, because it's a good vacuum cleaner,
but it's expensive.
It's expensive. Like, mama, they done got you tied up in this mess for all this time. So did the ability to sell vacuum cleaners, these things, kind of help you with all these things?
Bro, kinda. Shoot, that was the root. That was the root of my blessing. So a friend of mine who was one of the top salesmen in Kirby. Like he traveled, they sent him all over the world to train Kirby salesmen, and he said, "Bro, this ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna hate it. It's gonna be hard, but if you make it at least 6 months in this, you're gonna be able to communicate with people. You're gonna learn to get over yourself." Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened. And I ended up being one of the best in the division. I won that big old Super Bowl looking ring. I sold 2 to 3 of them a day at one point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
you
there's
was
people
knocking doors, boy.
100 a day. At my minimum, that's your minimum, is 100 doors a day, bro. And it didn't matter rain, sleet, shine, or snow. I knock on your door wearing a suit in the rain.
100 doors a day.
That's the goal. Because here's the thing, it's a numbers game. If you knock $100 a day, at least you're going to get 3 shows out of them 100. And out of them 100, one person going to buy. Well, my closing ratio was extremely high. My closing ratio was 2.2 out of 3. If you sent me in a house, I was selling a Kirby. And the reason it was 2.2 out of 3 is in some of the houses I sold more than one.
Boy, you bad. Boy, you know how to sell some stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Baby.
I ain't got no ice and I ain't found no Eskimo, but I'd try.
Baby.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, so then you took the Kirby, the sales skill set from Kirby. You took that to some MLMs.
And I did terrible.
You didn't do good in it?
Dude, I am so bad at MLM, bro. It is not. It is the thing. If I got a product I believe in, like really believe in, like I was. Kirby is in my blood. Like you can't convince me that Kirby's bad. But did you ask what's an MLM? Yeah, it's multi-level marketing. It's basically it's network marketing. But I'm good at networking, but I am garbage at selling products online. Like if you check my MLM stats, you would not call me a network marketer. Like my current company, I think I've made $40, something like that. Even though I believe in the product, but I still suck at MLM, dog. It's different than selling something in person,
right?
You know, because it's not. There's an energy. Sales is a transition of energy, and if I'm on the internet, it's real hard for me to transition. When I walk in your house, like when I knock on your door to get it to come sell you a Kirby, I come to the door and I'm like, don't shoot, I ain't out converting nobody, and I just make jokes and laugh and this, that, and another. How you do that online? I'm so bad at it, dog. Yeah. So don't it? It's embarrassing to say I did Kirby and then I'm bad at MLM, but it is true. I am garbage.
I can tell one thing. I will say you're a very charismatic person. You know how to own the room. You know how to build bridges. Man, you do hell selling goddamn Fords.
Oh, you talking about being like selling vehicles?
Boy, look at here. You make me want to go.
My family says that all the time.
Boy, look here. If this mall thing don't go through, you can. Hey, I got somebody to plug you up and go be a car salesman, dog. We need some of them in Palm Bluff.
But you know, one of the reasons that I don't know if I could do that because I don't know if I can believe in it. I've been done wrong by car salesmen, and ain't not. And here's the thing, man. There's a few rules in sales. One, you always tell the truth.
Right.
Because you're going to get caught up eventually if you don't. And then 2, don't get money signs in your eyes. And as far as I can say, this is not an insult to any car salesman. I know there's good ones out there. But they got money signs in their eyes, and they'll sell you something because it'll get money in their pocket, even though if they know you don't need it. There were Kirby's. There were times I went into your house, and I did a show, and when after checking your finances, which I do while I'm in there, I realized this gonna take food off the table. This ain't a good investment for you. And I literally box it and say, man, I really appreciate your time, but I can't do this to you.
So that kind of leads me back to this with the mall thing. You don't have any dollar signs in your eyes with this.
No.
It's strictly because you want to see it flourish.
Yeah, man, we die twice in this life. When our body gives way and the last time somebody whispers your name. I don't want to die the second time, dog.
You think you get this mall going, ain't no dying twice.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing. It ain't even about what people remember me for. Like, at the end of the day, you know, my motto that I live by is if you can go out and be the spark that lights the way through the darkness for even one person a day in any shape, form, or way, it don't matter if your name isn't remembered throughout history or you even get rich in the process. Your entire life will have been worthwhile. And I know it's hard for people to believe because money is most people's focus. But I like people, dog.
Sign me up for that goddamn Kirby. Sign me up for the Kirby. What else you said? I want to buy. Boy, you was a bum. Boy, you bad. I don't know what he said, but I just thought about it. I want to buy a goddamn vacuum cleaner now.
I'm sorry. I can make a call, but I don't sell them no more. I got one at the house, but that's mine, homie.
that was heavy, man. That was heavy. And I really, there again, I go back to how charismatic you are and how good at this thing you are. So I can appreciate that. like I said, man, we don't know which way this thing going, one way or the other. My responsibility is to get the information, have the conversation, and let people make whatever decision to think whatever they want to think. I know a lot of people were expecting me for me to bash you and for me to dog you out. I don't have. Listen, bro. Like I told you earlier, man. I'm a real big dog, so I don't have no reason to dog you or to bark at you or to talk bad about you. I don't have none of that. For what? Now, some people may think that me saying you will sell vacuum cleaners was me dogging you out. It's true.
I didn't understand it at first, but once I met you and I saw your perspective, that's why I'm here, dog. Like, I can shake a man's hand and tell if he's real. I can feel your energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You a good dude. And here's the thing: we got freedom of speech. And
Right.
At the end of the day, I would never condemn somebody for using it. And at first, I didn't understand you, Nate. I didn't.
It's okay.
But once I got to meet you, and I was like, wait, you confused me at first. I was like, wait a minute, this dude cool as shit. Why would he do that? And then I got to thinking about it. I was like, man, he just loves his city and he wants the truth. And he was speaking the truth he thought was true. And at the end of the day, that ain't wrong. You know,
Well, it's not.
You know what I mean?
I mean, because
I
at
don't
the
know
end
what
of the
all
day,
you said about me.
I just talked about you being. I just talked about your MLM like experiences, the Kirby vacuum. What else did I say? I ain't.
Now, can I ask you something, Nate?
Sure.
Did you call me a dope head?
I didn't see it.
Somebody said you did because the people on the radio was calling me a dope head and a retard.
Whoa.
Not,
Time out. Did Floyd call you a dopehead?
that's what I've been told. I ain't heard none of his stuff, but
I hope to God Floyd ain't called nobody no dopehead.
that's what I've heard multiple people say. He
Bruh.
called you a dope head and a retard.
Listen, hey Floyd, I know you tap into this. Don't be telling nobody your business, Floyd. We all know you like that sugar booger.
Oh,
Floyd, don't be
I
telling
thought-
no.
I thought he
I'm
meant-
just saying, dog, don't be telling me, damn man, I'm sorry. Oh,
don't do
okay.
that. Don't do that, dog.
No?
Don't call homeboy out like that. Hey, it don't matter how. Hey, it don't matter.
Well, I'm just talking about him, man.
I know that.
He can't say that. Are
but
you my
here-
friend?
Hey, I am your.
Okay,
I'm
all
your
right.
friend.
All right.
But look,
okay.
But it's like this, dog.
All right, y'all. Okay, I'm just saying, dog. Don't be talking about you. Hey, you my homeboy. But so
wouldn't-
Tucker. No. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't do that to him.
He did it to you.
But that's where he stands.
Well, guess Floyd to do it to me.
He might do it to you.
I do not. I'm gonna tell you something.
Don't
Tucker,
stoop to his
Tucker,
level.
I do not.
Don't stoop to people's level, brother. You supposed to be a light bringer. You supposed to speak the truth.
Oh, wait, baby. He got me on me. I can't even. Don't.
He got the spirit.
Dude,
He got a spirit on him.
Don't do that.
Hey, man, the cartel gonna take a light on him. Cartel ain't gonna. Cartel ain't gonna
get
get
invited by the cartel after this interview.
Dog, I'm just saying, man. $70 million. You cleaning up some money, man.
No, I ain't cleaning money either.
Shit. It's some money. Wow, $70 million, and all you bringing is goddamn. Okay.
Look,
All
you
right.
bless. Listen, you can have anything in this life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And when you help the right person get what they want, you can have damn show anything you want.
Amen.
And I've helped a lot of people. You know, I ain't done a lot of big things in my life, you know, but at the end of the day, I've been the blessing to a lot of people. And I've always had a good heart for people. And in turn, over time, falling on my face over and over and over and over again, I made connections that allowed me to finally do something that matters. It's something, because you know what, bro? I used to think that my success was money, and it's not. It's not. It's freedom, it's happiness, and it's making a difference. Like success for me, at the end of the day, is retiring the people that put food on my table whenever I was a kid, setting something up for my family, and creating something that actually makes a difference in this world. And that school that we're going to build in there is going to make a difference.
I believe it will. Let me ask you, we got some questions here, man. Let me ask you this. So have anybody filled out any applications for these buildings, anything?
No, sir, not yet. I haven't allowed them. I've had people try to apply, and I've told everybody the same thing. It's like when it comes time, when we get close to it, I have a business partner that's much better at navigating that stuff. She's ran things like this in the past. Like, she knows her stuff. Look, dude, I'm a motivator, I'm a visionary, and I'm a social media guy. You know, at the end of the day,
So you just the face for the cartel.
gosh damn it. No.
Dig, I understand it now. I got
I-
this shit, Iceman. I figured this shit out.
How you gonna call me cartel and then the Iceman in the room? The Iceman. Do you know that? Yeah, the Iceman was a cartel member. Not this one, but or maybe he got shades
He
that's
is from
fly as
Alton.
hell.
He is a Red Devil stepper.
I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, I got. So whenever it comes time, I am gonna give people the opportunity to apply. And I know a lot of people are like, "Why wouldn't you check people's credit? Why wouldn't you take a down payment?" Because first of all, the way that we're having the stores in there, we're not doing rent. We're doing profit percentage. Because I'm going to be dumping money and time into marketing. I'm going to drive so much traffic to this place. Mm-hmm. Why would I charge them rent? It's kind of like it's kind of like what I'm doing here. You know, it's kind of like what I'm doing.
You beating the drum.
You going to either fail because you ran it right, which we gonna help them. Obviously, we ain't having them put a store in there and then just letting them loose. We're gonna help them make sure that they're doing it right and bringing quality to the table. But at the end of the day, they either gonna fail or they're gonna succeed. But I'm gonna drive enough traffic to where they can succeed if they do it right.
Right. And I can appreciate that, man. So before we get out of here, man, because we coming on an hour, and then I got Bobby Lowe, I got Iceman, we got Big Six, the hardest pit in the litter coming up on the 870 show. You got anything to say before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, man. Look, I understand everybody's doubt. Like I told you, Nate, if I was in your shoes, I'd do the same thing. I know that people don't understand me, and that's okay. But please, watch my feet, not my mouth. Like, you don't have to believe in me. And here's the thing too. All these people that hated on me, even Floyd. I ain't heard not one of his broadcasts, but I've heard, stop it.
He like the booger sugar.
Don't.
He can't talk about nobody being nothing. I just.
You're right. It's your day.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, it is, Bubba. But remember, karma.
On your show.
Here.
Cancel your shit.
Don't do that, bro. No, please. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, that man is and I please don't take this the wrong way. He's similar to you in a sense that he's trying to speak what he believes. I didn't mean that insultingly.
You said it right.
No, I didn't mean insulting. Listen to me before you go chopping on me.
Shut up.
Just listen. That man is speaking what he believes to be true, and someday he's gonna see that he's wrong, and then what's gonna happen in the public? Mm-hmm. You know, at the end of the day, I don't have to come after nobody because whenever I pull this off, everybody that speaks foul against me gonna have to publicly apologize so that their following don't butcher them.
Well, no, what they have to do is at the end of the day, and I'll tell people this on any time, focus on the fruit.
There you go.
If you focus on what you're doing, just focus on the fruit. Because at the end of the day, the fruit is all that matters. The orange tree don't talk to the apple tree about the oranges. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The orange tree don't swing over there and say, "Hey, apple tree, how's your apples doing today?" The orange tree just says, "Hey, I'm focused on these here oranges. I gotta get this vitamin C on out of here." The orange tree don't holler at the grapes. Don't holler at nothing else. The orange tree focuses on the fruit, on its own fruit. So regardless of what I believe anyone else may believe, focus on what you're doing.
That is, and you know what?
So you need to focus on strictly what you doing.
And you know what, Nate? That's something I've had to learn lately. Like, you know, you always learning, and I'm definitely learning this. I ain't never been in the limelight. I ain't never had media looking at me like this, and I damn sure ain't never had nobody hate on me because I ain't never done nobody wrong.
Right.
And there are people that are on Facebook making public threats to me. There are people that are calling me a retard because I'm autistic publicly. There are people that are running my name through the mud, and here's the thing. All they doing is showing their character.
That's on them.
Exactly.
That's
Karma's real. And
Karma is real.
It is very real.
Well, hey, Tucker, man, we finna get out of here, man. I really appreciate you taking some time on being on this show, man. I wish you nothing but the best. When the cartel come, make sure you go left.
Vote for Tucker. Vote for fucking fucking Tucker.
It's your boy Big Nate, baby. This the Real Underground Radio Station. Hey, I got the 870 show coming up. I got one of his prime investors just walked in the building. This is one of his biggest investors. You want?
I met the man before.
You want to show your face?
Nah, we good.
The people don't need to see who you are. Hey, I ain't gonna. Did he make you sign on the NDC?
No, he good, dog. Yeah.
He didn't make you. You gonna show your face?
It's an NDA, but you on camera right now.
You gonna show your face?
I said over here. I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
You want the people to see? Here, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of Tucker's investors.
It is. It's not.
Billionaire Bobby. Wait, baby. Hey, I got the 870 show coming up. This your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. Wait, baby. Billionaire Bobby. Iceman Buddy. The hardest pitting a little big six in his tonight, man. Hey, my dog Tucker, man. AKA Big Mall Buy. AKA Big Tuck, baby. Whole lot of money, boy. Hey, man. Hey, tune in, baby. Wait, baby. Oh.